What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM, coming to you live from Site B. The sun has popped its head out, so it looks like it might be a nice spring morning. It's the last day of February 2023 because time travel, we only have one day every 4 years where we get that, 29th day. So, if you're one of those people who are born leap year, must be pretty cool to age 1 year every 4. That's like a superpower. Anyways, it's time for some tabletop role-playing game news, and Tabletop News aims to be your go-to spot for TTRPG fans, recruits powerful cast of hosts. A weekly show will now deliver tabletop role-playing game news in bite-sized informative segments, something that nobody's ever done before on the interweb. Except for me, who's been doing it since 2015, and T-shirted historian, and Diversity in Dragons, and about 200 other people who've been doing this for like 7 to 10 years. But no, because none of us are these people. White, maybe POC, vaguely white, but because of hair, possibly LGBTQT. I guess maybe. And what are you? Are these the Power Rangers? Look what they're wearing. Save image as. Okay, so we got Pink Ranger, Black Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Blue Ranger, and Red Ranger. Well, unusual choice to make the Red Ranger female, but hey, Hasbro did it first because the new Red Ranger on the new season of Power Ranger is female. For the first time in the American series, we have a female lead as the Red Ranger on Power Rangers on the new series, but not the first time in Sentai. We've had female leads of the teams before, but hey, so apparently this new show is being hosted by the Power Rangers. All of them are individuals you are highly familiar with in the tabletop role-playing game community. Just look at them. Don't you recognize each and every one of them? I remember when I was at the last convention, and yeah, no, none of these people are recognized in tabletop role-playing game news or history or having anything to do. I mean, I would even, settle for one token representative from Wizards of the Coast. But how about actual people who make tabletop role-playing game news and actually have their feet in the tabletop role-playing game industry? Like, I don't know, Mike Poundsmith, Steve Jackson, Patrick Rothfuss, Christopher Perkins. He's not doing anything. Me, TJ Storm, Satine Phoenix, even though she's controversial. I don't know, people who've actually designed, written, worked on games and for some game company. And, are you going to talk about any game other than Dungeons and Dragons? It doesn't appear so, because each and every one of these individuals has some connection to being a professional player on streamed gaming. Oh my giddy aunt. This is one of those moments when I just want to stop playing. So it's going to talk about D&D, of course, and it's going to talk about D&D adjacent things. Like Roll20 and D&D Beyond. It's going to talk about D&D series like Critical Role and Dimension 20. Are you going to talk about anything at all about the other games? Are you going to talk about Black Flag? Are you going to talk about Paizo? Are you going to talk about the Open RPG license, Orc? Are you going to talk about GURPS? Are you going to talk about Index Card Role-Playing Game? Are you going to talk about Shadow Dark Role-Playing Game, my friend Kelsey's game that just got funded on Kickstarter within an hour of going live? You're going to talk about Free League. Are you just going to be shilling for D&D? So who are these people? We have some people who are well known for their roles on Critical Role, well known for their roles on Invitation to the Party, well known for their roles on Dimension 20, well known for their roles on D&D Beyond and Roll20. D20. All these people are somehow connected to D20 Dungeons and Dragons. I see no mention of Call of Cthulhu. I see no mention of any role-playing game that is even slightly questionable or problematic. Any of you ever played my game? Any of you ever played any of the games from the Red Room? Any of you guys ever played anything by Venger? Any of you guys ever watched my stuff or Venger's stuff or any of the stuff that's actually people who've been doing this for 10 years? No, instead we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attractive 20-somethings who are innocuously bland enough to not offend anybody. We've got the Yellow Ranger, who's strangely enough, you chose to have the possibly Asian individual wear yellow. Of course, we've got the blonde girl wearing pink. We've got the, well, his hair is slightly colored, so I'm going to guess he might be LGBTQT, or at least passable enough that he can qualify for the token. And he's got blue, you know, because the Blue Ranger in original Power Rangers came out as gay. So yeah, and then we've got unusual casting for having the female in red and the other male lead in black. But I mean, really, POC, who may or may not be Asian, they have you wearing yellow, which of course was the color Trini wore and is usually associated with, you know, oh, she's yellow skin and she's wearing yellow and she was the Yellow Ranger. And oh my God, do you remember all the crap they got for casting a POC Asian woman as the Yellow Ranger? And oh, she's yellow, that's racist. And every time, you know, I mean, I know I keep going back to Power Rangers, but I mean, look at these guys. This is a Power Rangers team. I could literally see these guys leading a season of Power Rangers after Cosmic Fury ends, which I'm hoping is good, but probably won't be. And just in time for the 30th anniversary. So we have, again, where's me? How am I supposed to trust you giving me tabletop role-playing game news if all of you are just D20 D&D people? All of you are sort of innocuously bland and cute and young. I don't see me represented. I don't see anybody I know represented. I don't see, you know, all the people who you're supposed to be inclusive about. Where's, you know, what's his name? Andre, the Black Nerd. Why don't you get him to talk about this? Or, I don't know, even Connie Chang. Or is that Connie Chang? No, that's Michelle Nune Bradley. I mean, you know, somebody who actually has, you know, where's Jeannie D? She would have been perfect. I mean, you know, oh, wait, she's controversial now because she stood up to Wizards of the Coast in her own innocuous way. Where's me? Where's, you know, somebody who's actually associated with Dungeons and Dragons? Like, I don't know, Luke Gygax. He lives in California. But instead, we have cast the Power Rangers as the new people who are going to talk to us once a week about what's going on in the tabletop role-playing game news, as long as it is socially and politically inclusive. Now, I mean, come on, guys. You got the blonde girl in pink. You got the vaguely, possibly POC Asian individual. I can't even really tell, maybe, in yellow. And you got the guy who's probably LGBTQT. His name is Xander Janet. Becca Scott, I think I recognize that name. Nathan Ornduck, Kate Wilson, and Michelle Nune Bradley. And you got, yeah, Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Black Ranger, Red Ranger. So apparently the cast of this new, I just can't get over this picture. And then here we have vaguely Hispanic. I guess she's the White Ranger because she's wearing white and pink. And again, here's Michelle. And she's got a huge Egyptian ankh on her neck. And again, they've got her in yellow. And it'll be divided into 12-minute episodes. I'm offended. First, the fact that you got nobody who's actually connected in any way, shape, or form to the role-playing game industry. Not one representative of any of the role-playing game companies. Just people who have done Critical Role and Critical Role adjacent stuff. And second, where am I? Where is anybody who actually games represented in this picture? Go to a gaming convention. You will not see any of these people. Well, you might see them, but you'll see hundreds of other people of all shapes, sizes, and colors. And if you truly want to represent and be inclusive for the gaming industry, casting the Power Rangers probably wasn't your choice. And I'm sorry, but I'm never going to get over the fact that they look like the cast from... You even got this weird symbol behind them that looks like something that would show up in Power Rangers. It's the Power Rangers. Prove me wrong. They cast the Power Rangers, which I love Power Rangers, so I'm not offended. But as a gamer, I'm like, dude, where's, come on, where's the one actual gamer? This will be a story we were going to continue to follow, obviously. If you agree that these guys are the Power Rangers, let me know. If you think I'm just blowing smoke because, I'm a privileged white guy, let me know. Are you going to watch this? Or are you going to continue to watch me? Really, if you want the best, most hard-hitting tabletop role-playing game news that goes on every day and has for the past 8-10 years, me. Or if you don't trust me, Tanker. Or if you don't trust Tanker, Double D over Diversity and Dragons, or T-shirted Historian, or This Day in Gaming History, or anybody out there who's doing tabletop role-playing game news. Not to say that if they called me tomorrow to be on the show, I wouldn't say yes, because we know that I'd sell out. And, not to say, hey, you want to be on Power Rangers because you worked on it 30 years ago? I would say, sure. I mean, yeah. So give me a call, guys, because I've been doing this longer than most of you have been alive. Go Power Rangers news, media, D&D talkers. Dun, 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 dun. Talk to you later. If you appreciate this, please like, please share, please subscribe, please support me. Head on over to my sponsor, Big Geek Emporium, and pick up my amazing merch for only $2 a piece. Level 2 of my Dungeon 23 for $1. All available. Link down below. Till next time, I've been the OGGM. It's morphin' time into the tabletop role-playing game news.